how's it going? So y'all see the bamboo pyramid here. Okay, so today what I'm doing is I'm going to be putting more copper wire around the pyramid. Currently right now I have the copper wire around one leg, so I'm going to put it around the second leg. The wire I'm using is an 18 gauge wire, and I'm going to be using this drill. All right, so I first have to connect. All right. So I'm going to put this wire in the drill. All right. Let's see. All right. So now that I got the wire lined up, practically even, what I'm going to do is double it up, and then I'm going to put it inside the drill. So I'm going to bend it over once. So now the drill will be able to catch it, right? Now the reason I'm putting the copper wire around the bamboo is because this copper wire is going to go into the earth, and the earth, the grounded power of the earth and the crystals that's going to be at the top of the copper are going to send a powerful vibrational frequency into the entire atmosphere, which is going to bring about a powerful energy for anyone who sits inside the pyramid. All right, so here we go. I got it on. Make sure it's real tight. That's one thing you got to do, is make sure this is tight, because it tends to come loose. So you get it on as tight as you can. Make sure you got some tension in the wire. And there you go. Let it twist, 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 twist. Only one person doing the camera. We don't need. Okay. All right. It's coming out on the camera.
Yeah.
All right, feel me, because it's not about the wire, it's about who. So, as you can see the wire is, you want to get it to a point where I consider it as like a snake energy, like it twists like a kundalini energy. So once you get it to a certain point, all right, so that should be good. So once you get it to that point, you want to get it to the point where you can twist it so much right before you don't want it to pop. You don't want to twist it to the point where it'll snap. But you want to definitely have a tight spiral effect in the you want to have a tight spiral effect in the copper.
Okay, I'm high.
So definitely tight. Now that I'm looking at it, it could be a little bit tighter. Let Maria do it. Go ahead. All right, so I'm gonna put it back in because it could be a bit more tighter. And so we're gonna do it one more time, just so that I get a very tight spiral effect. All right, so here we go. So as I'm looking, the spiral's pretty tight. Could be a little bit tighter. All right, so that's just about right. If you want to take a closer look, you can see you want your spiral to be like that tight. Okay? So once you got that on there, then, all right, I had it connected to a gate. I want to detach it. See? All right, so there we go. So now that I have that on, I'm going to twist it around. Flip the camera around. Flip the camera. All right, so y'all could get a closer view. All right, so I got it. All right, so now I'm gonna twist this around one of the legs. Gonna start from the bottom. Now, if you look in nature, a lot of things move in the spiral effect. All right. For example, look at the way the water goes down the toilet. If you look at the way the water goes down the toilet, how does it go? In a spiral, right? So the spiral actually flows with the natural energy of nature. And so now not only do you have a bamboo pyramid, but now we're going to have a copper pyramid, right? The reason we're going to have a copper pyramid is because now the copper is going along the legs of the bamboo. Now at the top of the spiral, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add crystals. All right. So mind you, the copper wire is going to be in the ground. It's picking up on the ether, right? So as we know, within the ether, for those who don't know, let me just school you, there is actually electricity in the air. All right. The reason why there's electricity in the air, think of lightning bolts, right? So when you see lightning, bow. All right. So this right here is going to capture the energy of the electrical energy that's going through the air, and it's going to basically send a vortex of protective energy into the atmosphere that's going to be working with the crystal. So that's the concept behind why I'm going to be using the crystal. Now let me get a bucket. So I'm going to the top. Make sure y'all see the whole pyramid. All right. All right, y'all see that? Now you got one crystal. I'll put a second one. Another big one. I'm gonna wrap this crystal. This crystal is giving me a little hard time, but it's pretty much on there. All right, so now I'm gonna work on sticking. Now I'm gonna work on sticking the crystal into the ground. How y'all doing out there? I'm gonna work on now sticking the copper into the ground. So, as you guys know, all right, maybe you don't know, but and thanks for watching. I'll see you out there. Yeah, time to meditate. So this is a meditation pyramid. Let me show you what's inside. So for those who don't know, all right, do you see this right here, octahedron? All right, you see that octahedron? So that is aragonite that is pretty much filled with crystals. Any questions, feel free to I see your comments. So thanks for watching. If you got any questions, let me know. But pretty much, they say in the spirit that that's what it look like. You and I look like the shape of an octahedron. All right, in the spirit, that's what your spirit looks like. Now, at the bottom of the pyramid, what I have is in each corner, I have big crystals. So these big crystals are at the um, point where the pyramid comes together. All right, at the bottom of the pyramid. Let me just show you. It'd be better to just show you what it looks like. I'm gonna just flip this camera around to give you a better idea. All right, so I got the copper wire going into the ground. Grandma said it's going into the ground. You got the crystals sitting on top of it. So now I'm gonna stick this copper wire into the ground, and it has the crystal right there. Big crystal rock. Okay. Now the reason why I want to stick it in the earth is because the earth is gonna help the energy to pretty much expand, and it's gonna amplify the energy in the earth. If you look at the trees, right? So what do you think is causing these trees to grow? What do you think is expanding the energy of the tree? The earth, the soil, because that's where this tree, and now if you look at this tree, this is a humongous tree. This thing is probably 300, 400 years old, if not older. All right. So if this tree's been alive for practically 300 years, what do you think is happening with this copper wire that is going in a spiral effect? All right, and now let's count the spirals. You got 1, 2, 3 spirals, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so it's spiraling up. And then what do you got there? You see that crystal? So you got a crystal on this side. You got a crystal here. Then we got a crystal here. Then you got the orgone here. All right. Now, mind you, the bamboo stick itself is a circular energy. So, as we know, things move through the portals. All right. I harvested this bamboo, by the way, y'all. Had to cut this down. And so we got 1 spiral, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. As long as you got 9, you good. That's the whole point what I'm trying to make. All right. So this is the next leg that I'm gonna need to put copper around, and I'm gonna have the crystal, actually, as you see here, connected to the copper going into the earth, just like you got over here on this side. All right. So right here we got some fluorite. Got a fluorite crystal on top of another crystal that I found out here. Now, in the center of the pyramid, you actually see this log, right? This log is what I pretty much do magic on. I burn my herbs right in the middle of it. And then I sit into the pyramid with this chair. And then I burn my herbs here. Sometimes I burn incense on each corner. And then I come up here and I meditate. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell y'all about the you see that Ankh behind me? That's a wood burn design, as well as We got other sigils here. Okay, and each sigil represents something powerful. All right, let me show you the sigils. You could put whatever sigil you want. You know, some sigils represent love, some sigils represent power, some sigils represent creativity. Oh, you want to make one? If you got any questions, hit me up. I got you. Here's another sigil and 6-pointed star. Now, when it comes to the 6-pointed star, what's so powerful about that is that you got the upward triangle, which represents the masculine energy, and the downward triangle, which represents the feminine energy. And when the two come together, it's a powerful force to be reckoned with. That's what brought me and you here, right? Our parents actually came together and created us. And that's how we create our children. If you have any children out there, that's basically how you created your child, through a 6-pointed star. Feminine and masculine energy. So whatever it is that I create, whatever it is that I think about while I'm inside this pyramid, and mind you, look, it's above my head. So I make sure that I can stand up inside this pyramid if I ever choose to do meditations while I'm standing up. Or I could do a meditation while I'm sitting down. Any questions while y'all here on live? Oh yeah, animals is definitely going to be attracted. By the way, I do have a beehive up in this tree. I have 50,000 bees approximately, because that's what they say is the actual amount in a particular beehive, is usually around 50,000 average. It's going to be hard to see the beehive, but let me see if I could give you a closer look to the beehive. Let me see. I'm gonna flip this camera around, see if I can get a stick to kind of point to it so you can get an idea where this beehive is. It might be hard to see, but I'm going to show you this beehive. So bees are definitely attracted. The reason why they're attracted to the energy over here is because I have an orgone in the ground right by the tree. Let's see this orgone pyramid with copper legs, and then I put this copper wire into the ground. All right, so this orgonite pyramid has been sitting here for months, and then one day I looked up in the tree, and if you look, let me see, can I zoom in on this? Okay, yeah, it allows me to zoom in. All right, if y'all look real close, let me see if I could get it exactly where you can see it. They got a freaking honeycomb coming out of the tree. Okay, you probably see bees coming back and forth, back and forth. I'm gonna show you. Let me get this stick so I can show you exactly where it is. So do you see where that stick is pointing to? It's probably hard to see, y'all, but right there, there's pretty much a hole in the tree. It's about the size of your stomach. Let me show you another thing about this tree so y'all could get. You don't see shit. It's okay. Yeah, the camera is not gonna show you fully, but believe me, I don't need to lie about this. You could actually look through the playlist in my videos, and you're gonna see the beehive. So look how big this tree is. It's like much larger than I am, of course. I'm saying width-wise. Okay, so you can imagine how much space is inside of a hole in this tree. How many bees can this tree contain? All right, I call this tree Big Mama. All right, so Big Mama can contain a lot of bees. Now, where I'm very thankful that the bees are here is because I got my watermelons growing out here. So let me show you the watermelons. You see my watermelon plant? See my baby right here? My watermelon plant, which has organ in the ground. It's organite with copper wire going into the ground at the bottom. It's going straight into the ground. This is organite disc. And then over here, I have an organite pyramid. See this bad boy? Organite pyramid. Right here, next to my watermelon plant. And then you got an organite cube. Alright. So there's BBs in here. Magnetic hematite. Alright. This is called a triskelion. It's 3 spirals. Alright. And it's filled with crystals. Filled with all types of crystals. Alright. So when my watermelons grow, they're going to be laying on top of here. I'm going to put some type of hay on top of the crates. Alright. And so my pyramid is right here, which is pretty much next to my beehive. So not only am I going to have the energy of this pyramid while I'm sitting in it, but I also have the energy of the bees working with me. And I think that's something that we've grown away from, is working with nature and working with insects and animals to work our magic, right? I mean, some people do it, but they do it in different ways, like people sacrificing animals and things like that. I'm not into that. Right. Great organic energy is what I have all around me. Let me put this on a tripod. Gonna lower this tripod down. But yeah, any questions y'all got for me on what you're witnessing? You're right, is powerful organic energy, which is gonna help my my watermelons, my garden, whatever I plant there, to grow organic food, right? Because I don't believe in using artificial contaminants, poison to grow. I always do my best to work with nature when I'm growing my food, all right, or I'm doing anything. I pretty much stick with nature because nature is not gonna fail you if you know what you're doing with nature. That is not gonna fail you, right? You're gonna be nourished properly and not gonna be polluted, right? So that's my goal. The screen energy too strong, it's glitching. Let me move this outside of the pyramid, right? Right, it's probably glitching because this YouTube can't handle the energy, right? I'm gonna show y'all a little something that I do to manifest what it is that I'm looking for. How's the screen now? Is it working better? Hi. Is the screen working better? All right. So right inside of here, I have blue lotus herb. I have mugwort, wormwood, mullein, and a few other herbs. Now what I do is it's working better, great. What I do is when I'm smoking, a lot of people don't know this, but these are ancient practices that was stolen away from us, and I'm here to basically bring everybody back into the awareness of how they can work their magic. All right, you can literally take some herbs, especially some powerful herbs like mugwort, um, blue lotus, and wormwood because they're used in magic. You can light it up. All right, show you. By the way, how many of you know what's inside here that makes this lighter light fire? Can you tell me what is at the bottom of this right here in this trigger? Can anybody take a guess? Type it in the comments. Why is this? Why does this lighter? Why is it able to shoot up a spark that meets with the fuel that causes fire to come out? Why is that possible? All right, I'll put you on. It's because there's a crystal. How many of y'all know that? There's a tiny crystal in here by the trigger. When you press the trigger, it sends off a spark that is able to send the fire through the fuel. Right. It's actually activated through a crystal because crystal has electrical energy stored inside of it. It's something called piezoelectricity. Piezoelectricity is what's in here. That's why if I was to bang these crystals together, wow, a spark would come out, right? If I was to do that in the dark. Now back to the practice of smoking and how you can actually use it in your magic. Whatever I think about right now, and when I blow it out into the universe, guess what? Boom. It sends that energy into the universe, so it actually helps to manifest what it is I'm looking for. So that's a form of manifestation. Thinking about what you want when you inhale, and you put that energy inside the smoke, and when you exhale, you release that smoke into the atmosphere, which helps to then release your thoughts, your energy into the atmosphere, and you're working with the herbs. All right. So this is probably why back in the days you see witch doctors, they be smoking the peace pipe and things of that nature to, work their magic. All right. Any questions? Thanks for joining me. Sharita, I see you. Who else we got out here? Dara, is that your name? I'm sorry, I'm trying to pronounce your name properly. Kavaski? Sky, I'm just going to call you Sky. What about Georgia? Can that be used? What's that called? What about ganja? Oh yeah, because it's a herb. Pretty much, honestly, any herb, any pretty much herb that you can smoke. You know what I mean? I used to do it with weed. Whenever I have weed to smoke, I do it with weed. But it's just known that wormwood is a very highly powerful herb that's used in magic. Wormwood. A lot of times you can use wormwood to do a lot of magic. So that's why I say wormwood is one of the most powerful ones. And mugwort, wormwood, and blue lotus. And I just went and got this from a local metaphysics spiritual shop that makes these things called these smoking blends, like a crystal shop where they sell herbs, and that's where I got the herbs from. Any other questions? I see y'all out there watching. Thanks for pulling up on me. Sky, Sharita Jackson, all the people that's inside this chat. If you haven't followed me already, make sure y'all follow me on Instagram at Craig. You can write this down or remember this. Craig.the.creator on Instagram. It's really a quick way to reach out to me. You can send me a DM if you're looking to get yourself like a crystal necklace, all right, such as this hexagon with the 6-pointed star, and it's all copper with the organite circle in the middle. You want something like this, a medallion necklace, all right. I'm making these for $55, right? It's original design, or if you would like an organite unk wrapped with crystals. So here we got rose quartz. You got rose quartz on both sides, amethyst, clear quartz in the middle. It's very highly programmable. You can literally speak to this unk, talk to it like you're on the phone, really, right? And ask it and tell it to manifest for you what you want it to manifest. I did this with one of my organite unks, and I manifest my true love, my goddess, just by speaking to my unk and kissing it, on a regular basis. All right, can you use amethyst in the pyramid? Oh, definitely. Amethyst is actually right above my head, inside of the octahedron organite above my head. It's filled with fine particles of amethyst. I'm glad you asked this question. So this pyramid, all right. Maria, you could go get my organite pyramids. The ones I have in the corner for the pyramid. It's in the house, in the room. All right, I'm gonna show y'all my organite pyramids. But basically, I started putting them on my finger. I made a ring with it. So within here, I have fine particles of amethyst, rose quartz, clear quartz, selenite, metals such as copper, brass. It's all inside of my organite. All right, so that pretty much is gonna send a powerful energy, because amethyst is known to increase your psychic energies, right, and to give you insight into a lot of different things. And that's probably why I'm doing all of this that I do. Oh, you love rose quartz? Yeah, rose quartz is all about that love, right? And that's why an unk like this with rose quartz could definitely increase self-love, self-care, and draw true love into your life, attract it into your life, all right? Because so many people find themselves in toxic relationships and things of that sort. So you definitely want to keep that out of your life, away from you, right? By having some rose quartz. Definitely. So I just blew smoke to attract more and more people to my content, because I appreciate everybody that's out there, and I want y'all to be able to learn and benefit from what I'm teaching, and to put it into practice in where you are located. What is it? Is citrine good? Oh, definitely. Citrine is definitely a great crystal for manifesting abundance and manifesting wealth. It helps also with energy, right? And giving you the energy, and that boost the energy that you need to let me back this up so y'all can see the pyramid a little better. Okay. It actually helps to boost your energy so that you could go about your daily life and do it with zest, and do it with energy, and do it with power. Go get Margot. So some ways in which I meditate inside the pyramid, just to show you, is one good thing to do, right, is to ground your feet to the earth, all right? Because you got to remember that we're actually crystal beings, and we send off energies into the earth, and we have copper, and we're electrical beings, and we're electromagnetic, all right? Our thoughts are magnetic, and so the earth can actually feel your energy through your feet. And one way that we communicate with the universe in a planet and nature is through our feet. So if you're outside and you got some grass on your yard and you got some dirt, it's always good to just walk on it on a daily basis if you can, to really like send the healing energies of the earth into your body, right? But when you're doing magic and you got your feet, now I took my shoes off and I got my feet planted on the earth, and you're doing such things as mudras, okay? You can look up mudras. What mudras are is when you put your fingers together in certain patterns or positions. What I'm doing is I'm kind of like sending electrical pulses through my fingers, and those electrical pulses actually do certain things as far as provide protection, enhance and increase your spiritual powers, and opens and unlocks certain things within your mentality and your being, so that you can fully manifest what it is you're looking for. You know the pyramids that I put at the bottom of the pyramids? Go look for them in the house and bring some of them. 3 of them. Thanks. A couple of them one is in a windowsill, and a couple of them is on the table, and one is on the shelf. You know where I sit? On the bookshelf. All right. I'm about to show y'all some of the pyramids that I put at the bottom of the pyramid. So, but yeah, certain mudras such as this one, if you notice, it does look like a yoni, right? But hey, the yoni is very magical because it's a portal. So to put your hands like this, it's sort of like you're creating a portal, and you're bringing and you're manifesting whatever it is that you want to bring to the planet and into your life. So it's definitely a strong mudra to use. Another one is this. Now when I'm saying Om, I have my tongue at the top of the roof of my mouth, between my teeth and my gums. What that does is that creates a microcosmic orbit, because we are a microcosm of the macrocosm. As above, so below, right? So the energies within us, the energy that we exude, actually is able to connect. We're able to connect more with the cosmos when we actually create a circular electrical circuit. And that electrical circuit is through your tongue. All right, so thank you. I knew I could count on you, Margot. You're smart. So these are the organite pyramids that I put at the bottom of my pyramid. All right, and I sit them at the bottom, and they are exuding the energy, and they're sending the frequencies with the atmosphere, right, and helping create a vortex of energy all around me. All right, so yeah. Any other questions? You're asking some great questions, which is actually helping to, spark off get this information out here. If there's no other questions, I'm gonna be ending this broadcast soon. All right. And I just want to thank everybody for watching. And as I'm developing this meditation pyramid, I will be showcasing the type of work that I'm putting into it and how I'm designing it. All right. The next thing that I plan to do is I plan to add some organite, all right, at the top of the pyramid. Right now I have some crystals, all right, shooting out the top of the pyramid, connected to some copper wire. But my next plan is to add organite, okay, whether it be at the bottom, the connection points, or at the top, all right, wherever the pyramid connects. All right, so thanks again, thanks for watching, and I appreciate you guys for tuning in. All right, about to sign off. Craig the Creator here. All right, I like to say peace to the gods and goddesses on planet Kai. All right, the God in me honors the God and goddess in you. Was there another question? Oh, okay, you have another question. All right, let me answer that question. Organite, is it good for the health? Yes, it is. Organite, my personal story is that I had meniscus tear in my knee, right? So I wasn't able to walk. And when I started making these organite pyramids, all right, guess what happened? My body healed. And what the doctor said might have required surgery, I no longer needed surgery to walk. I was actually, my body healed itself, because when you provide things like organite around your being, whether it be through wearing jewelry, that's why I encourage you to, whether it be get an organite ring from me or get an organite necklace, rectangular shape, which sends forth a powerful energy, or this right here, 6-pointed star hexagon with a circular organite medallion, or an organite ankh. So being the fact that I'm wearing these and I have these around me at all times, I'm actually able to heal faster. So you're actually, yes, that's a very great question. You're actually able to heal just by simply having organite around you, right? I would say preferably to have it on your body, you know, by way of jewelry, just because, you know, the more it's on your body, the more you're able to pick up the energy from it. Let me see this next question. Homemade, no jewelry, worth $12. What? Jimmy Super, what? I don't know. I don't understand what you're saying. Whatever. But yeah, that was a great question to ask. All right. Whether or not organite heals. Okay, Sky. Is it good for your health? So that was a great question, Sky. Oh, you got an organite tree of life pendant? What? I like to see that. That sounds very interesting. That sounds very interesting. Organite tree of life pendant. Okay. Dope, 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 dope. Cool. So yeah, y'all, I'm gonna be performing at an event tonight. I don't know if I'm gonna put my camera on live. Maybe I will. So you'll be able to see me on stage. I'm gonna be performing one of my songs, maybe a song or two, and yeah. So I'll be showcasing that video soon. My event starts at 7, and I don't know what time I'll be on stage, but when I say 7, I mean 7 Central Time. So I don't know what time zone you're in, but I'm in a Central Time zone. And so Eastern, like say if you're on the East Coast, that would be 7 would be 8 o'clock. All right. If you're on the West Coast, then 7 would be 5 o'clock. All right. So 5 p.m. West Coast, 8 p.m. East Coast, 7 p.m. Central. All right. Central time. What'd you say? How you mean king manifested? Hmm? I'm not sure that question that you just asked. How do I mean king manifested? I don't know if you're referring to me, because there are other people in the chat. But if you could clarify your question a little better, that will help me to be able to answer your question. All right. But yeah, um, I just love the way that the universe gives me these ideas. I didn't copy off of no one. It's not like no one said, "Oh, Craig, go grab you some bamboo sticks, wrap copper around them, then connect the copper wire to crystals and ground it into the earth." It's not like anyone came and taught me any of this. And I think that what we need to do is, now I did listen to various people online. Shout out to Remedy H. He's a brother that I would encourage y'all to follow on YouTube. He actually, with the information that he's provided, is actually inspired me to build, because he does build pyramids as well. Although he doesn't build them the exact same way, but I respect him for what he's doing, his work, and I know his pyramids are powerful. So when you're out here and you're gaining knowledge from brothers like that and others who are able to teach you things that you're not going to learn in school, you're not going to learn in college, and most likely you're not going to read it in a textbook, right? Um, it's it's awesome, because then now you begin to now bring it into your realm, into your world, and then you're able to customize it to fit what you're capable of doing. So obviously, I was able to cut down some bamboo with a saw. It didn't require that much work. You know what I mean? And what I love about working with bamboo, if you're able to harvest it and find out where it's growing around you, because first I found it in California, growing wild. Found it in North Carolina, once again growing wild. All right, and now found it in Tennessee. So it's like, once you're able to find the bamboo, then all you need is a simple saw, right, and some clippers, and you're able to now um, get you some bamboo. You know what I'm saying? Free. Didn't have to pay for it. Okay, and because the wood at these stores, the prices is going up, y'all. It is going up. They are charging astronomical prices just for a piece of wood. And it's like, my thing is like, why go buy it from a store if I could get it for free? You know what I'm saying? Hey. And I love bamboo because bamboo is easier to work with. It's easy to cut. It's easy to shape. It's easy to sand it down. It's lightweight. I could transport it easy. I could carry this. I could take this in and out of my house. Could bring it outside when I want to work outside with it. I could put it in my car. I could ship it. If anybody out there was like me to make one for them, I could ship it to you. And it's the shipping weight is not going to be a lot of weight, so it's not going to cost a lot to ship, as opposed to going to a lumber yard and getting a whole heavy piece of wood. You know what I'm saying? So I take all these things into consideration. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to building, I think about all these things. I think about the possibility of someone wanting to order a bamboo pyramid for me, and like, if I was to have to ship it to you, I wouldn't want you to have to pay $100, you know what I'm saying, or more, because it costs somewhere around $100+, I'm sure, to ship a large pyramid that you can stand up in, because this pyramid is 9 feet tall. All right. Yep. So if there's not any more questions, I will be signing out. Lately I've been doing lives on Bigo. It's a new app I've been working with, so I might head on over to there. If y'all on Bigo, you can go find me on Bigo at Craig space the letter D Creator. So, or just type my name, Craig the Creator. Probably you'll be able to find me. All right, over on Bigo. But yeah, thank you everyone for showing up and for engaging in conversation with me, asking all these wonderful questions. This is what I love to do, is to teach about metaphysics, spirituality, and how you can practice it right at home. All right. So, namaste. Peace to all the gods and goddesses on planet Kai. The God in me honors the God and goddess in you. Peace. Thanks for watching.